One of the most overpowered builds in 2K history, the 6'10" point forward. And we didn't see this just on 2K17. Year after year after year, tall point forward ISO demigod builds were just one of the most overpowered builds on the game. After 17, we had 2K18. These builds were snapping ankles, shooting threes, getting contact dunks, doing it all. It got to the point that on 2K19, I had to make one for myself, and I made a 6'9" point forward. I had a 6'10" point forward, and these builds were one of the most fun builds I've ever played on. Being as tall as a big man, but being able to move like a guard, there's just no feeling like it. And I think it's time that we bring it back to NBA 2K22. We're going to have to tweak it. We're going to have to adjust it. We're going to have to cater towards this game. But if you look back through 2K history, you'll see that tall point forwards have been around for years and years. And every year they've been one of the best ISO builds on the game. We're bringing it back for NBA 2K22. Let's get right into it. So first things first, comment on the video which 2K did you enjoy dribbling on the most? Or if you're not a dribbler, what 2K did you enjoy watching people dribble on the most? I'm curious to see what you guys say. But first, let me explain why I even came up with this idea. I'm gonna show you just a couple clips here. Just give me a minute and I'll explain, and then I'm gonna get into the build that I'm gonna create. So I was able to find a subscriber who had a similar build to what I wanna make. It's not exact. I'm gonna show you guys exactly what I'm gonna make after the clips, but he had a similar build, so at least I could test out how the build feels, how the build moves, and I'm gonna be honest, it feels incredible. It gives me nostalgic vibes to old 2Ks, and I like that because some of the old 2Ks I really enjoyed. Now, I also saw my boy Bandit. He was playing the ones court on a tall point forward on NBA 2K22, and I was watching him play a little bit, and I was like, yo, this is more than a viable option. Like, he was going crazy. And at first, I'm going to be honest, I thought he was on a big man because I'm like, yo, he's getting stops in the paint. You guys know how the ones court is. It's just people just paint mashing all day long. No skill involved. Just paint mashing all day. And he was actually getting stops. And I was like, yo, you're on a big man? He was like, no, I'm on a point forward. Then he gets the ball and he starts cooking, shooting threes. I'm like, hold on a second. This is giving me like 2K19 vibes. Like, you're a tall, like center height player that can dribble like a guard because you're going to have 85 plus ball control. So you're going to have all the dribble moves, all, you know, anything that you want. You're going to be able to combo exactly how you want, especially with all the playmaking badges, the Hall of Fame quick chain. You got everything you need to move really, really quickly. And the thing with this is you're always going to have a mismatch, right? You're either going to be way quicker than the person guarding you, or you're going to be way bigger than them. Like, if you have a little play shot on you, you're going to be just as fast, but you're going to have, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8 inches of height difference. So you'll be able to dunk or just finish around the basket all day long on them. Plus, you see here we got the play take combined with, you know, you could put on bullet passer, dimer, floor general, whatever you need. Your teammates really shouldn't be missing. And I say shouldn't because obviously we know you can't control how your teammates shoot. If your teammates are bricking, then hey, that's on them. You know, you can't shoot the ball for them, but you're doing everything you can to help them out with this build because you're going to have all the badges you need to help them be able to shoot open shots. Now, if you get used to this build and you can dribble and combo and ISO, which I'm not even really that good at because I haven't been playing this game as much as I used to in the past, but even just the few times I do hop on it and I've played on, you know, a dribbling build, it's not that hard to figure out. Plus, you know, you got tutorials, and if you spend, you know, 1 or 2 days in the my court, you'll be cooking no problem. But look it, you get stuns off of everything because you'll have tight handles, ankle breaker, space creator. You'll have everything you want. You have 30 playmaking badges, so you're going to have everything you need to just stun defenders, get them out of position, and just be able to draw double teams, kick to your teammates. It really gives you that old feeling. You guys remember back in the day when it was literally just a point forward and a lockdown on the twos, and it was just, you're going back and forth, and it's just the ISO battle. That's what you can really do with this build. And on top of it, the defense is actually solid because you're super fast, you're tall, you got long arms. The defense is solid as well. It really feels like a build I'm really going to enjoy, and this is going to be after I finish my guard build and my center build. This is going to be my next build, the tall point forward throwback build. I mean, look at how we're moving. Literally, they can't stay with you, and that is a guard trying to guard me. I'm faster than the guard that's trying to check me. Like that is crazy. Plus you got the play take, so you'll be able to snap ankles. I don't even know how you really get ankle breakers on this game, but look at just Hezzy, he's jumping all over the place. Run it out, pull up, we knock it down. That's game. I want to show you now exactly the build I'm going to create. It's not the build you just saw. This is a subscriber's build. Shout out to my boy O for hooking me up with the account so I could test out this build. But let's get into my actual point forward build. All right, now let's show you how I'm going to make my point forward. I see a lot of people make these pure yellow builds at point guard, but in my opinion, it's way better to go small forward with these builds. All right, the hand doesn't matter, the number doesn't matter. Let's move on. Let's select the pie chart. Obviously, I already told y'all the pie chart is going to be the pure yellow. Like we need all the playmaking, we need all the ball handling, the pass accuracy, all that. So you're going to find the one with the most yellow in it and choose that one. For the physicals, you're going pure speed, of course. I mean, I don't think it makes sense to go with anything else on this type of build. Now, with the attributes, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to do, but I was sure that I wanted as many shooting badges as possible. So I put all the shooting up and I got 15 shooting badges, which is pretty solid because I'm going to have like a mid-70s three-pointer. Now, moving on to the playmaking, I'm going to max out the ball handling and I'm going to put the pass accuracy up just until I get 30 playmaking badges. I'm not going to waste any attributes by going above that because you don't get any more badges. You're going to put it up until you're teetering on 29 to 30, and then, you know, don't waste any. Just perfectly on 30 badges. That's when you move on. Now, moving on to the defense, I wanted to make sure, I know I was going to be tall with long arms and whatnot, but I wanted to make sure at least I had a decent amount of defensive badges. Otherwise, I mean, you could have all the size you want, but if you don't have any badges, it's going to be a liability. So I'm going to put the block up just until I get 8 badges on defense. That's going to leave me with 78 attribute points, and then I can max out my driving dunk and my standing dunk. But I only have 1 finishing badge. So I was like, okay, how can I tweak this? I could hit level 37 on seasons and I get +1 badge. I could put it on finishing. That would give me silver limitless takeoff. Or I could lower my post fade, lower the standing dunk, and then I could put up close shot, driving layup, driving dunk, and then put 1 more on standing dunk, and I would have 4 finishing badges. And I was like, you know what? On a build that doesn't get contact dunks, I think I would rather have the shooting badge. I'd rather have the maxed out standing dunk. And then I'd get the extra badge when I hit level 37 on seasons. That'll give me 2 finishing badges. I'd rather have the 15 shooting, 30 playmaking, AD. I'd rather go with that badge spread. But this one here, for anyone that, you know, doesn't plan on hitting level 37 and getting the extra badge, maybe this is a better option for you so that you do have a couple extra finishing badges to mess around with if you want to put on, you know, like gold limitless takeoff and maybe posterizer or slithery finisher or whatever. I don't know. But for me, I decided I want the maxed out shooting, get the 15 shooting badges, get the driving dunk, the standing dunk, and just go with the 1 finishing badge. And then eventually we'll make it 2 finishing badges with the season's level rewards. For the body type, I'm going compact. It doesn't matter. You can pick anything you want. For the height, I'm going 6'7". Like I said, we got to adjust it to 2K22. In the past, you know, we had 6'10" point forwards and all that. But you also have to realize back then, big men, people were making, you know, 7 foot plus big men. Now, most big men you see are like 6'7", 6'8", 6'9". So 6'7" on the point forward, you're basically still the height of a center, but we got to cater it to this game. 6'7" is going to give us all the dribble moves and all the stats that we need. 188 pounds. This is the highest weight you can go and still get max speed. Now, the wingspan, you can go minimum, maximum, depending on what you're looking for. For me, I think default looked like the best. I love the max wingspan players, but it would just lower my three-pointer to a point that, you know, playing as an ISO player, you got to be able to shoot consistently. And I feel much more comfortable with a 76 3-ball that I get at default wingspan. But think about this. You get +4 to all these attributes that you're seeing. So you're going to have a decent driving and standing dunk. Your shooting is going to be solid. You're 6'7" with default wingspan, so you have decently long arms. Your ball handling and pass accuracy is ridiculous for a player this tall. You have solid rebounding and defensive stats, including steal. And the last thing, look at the physicals. You're going to get +4 from hitting 99 overall, and then you're going to have +4 from gym rat or Gatorade drills, whatever you end up doing. So you're going to have 98 speed on this build. You get the choice between play and shot take. I think with this build, it just makes more sense to go play take because I don't know how many off dribble shots you're going to want to shoot on a 6'7" player with, you know, about an 80 mid-range and a 76 3-ball. And as you can see, you get the name point forward. This is going to be the next build I make once I finish the guard build I'm working on and the center build I'm working on. Then I'm going to break this thing out and try to bring back the tall point forwards. It's going to be crazy. It's going to definitely be an entertaining build to play on the 2s and the 1s court with. So hopefully y'all enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new. Let me know what y'all think about this build, if I should tweak it in a different way or how you would do it. But I think this 6'7" long arm point forward build is going to be a beast, man.